Let me welcome you here tonight. This is historical. Our Member of Parliament, the Honourable Arnoldo Brown, being a first-time MP in the newly created East Central St. Catherine constituency, has seen it fit and campaigned with a manifesto which clearly speaks to a very high importance on education and training. And tonight is testimony to the fact that he's serious about education and training. We believe that East Central St. Catherine, in a couple of years' time, will have a high percentage of educated people, a much higher percentage than there is today. The Member of Parliament will give you more details about the amount that he has set aside for education. I want to introduce to you those sitting at the head table, starting with my far left, Mr. Harold Buchanan, one of the hard-working members of the East Central St. Catherine team. Beside Mr. Buchanan is Mrs. O'Connor, so petite and, you know. Mrs. O'Connor, I'm sure you know her. She's the principal of Independent City Primary. Miss O'Connor, could you just stand? I'm asking her to stand because I want to give her a round of applause for the improved performance of the Independent City School. I'm sure she'll tell you that this is the best year in terms of GSAT results. Am I correct? In a long while. Congratulations. Keep up the hard work. Okay, so you know he's sitting beside Miss O'Connor. Can I say those from the Portmore Pines Division? Your councillor, Claude Hamilton. Put your hands together for him. Beside Mr. Hamilton, I'm sure he has a number of persons supporting him today. Those from the South Bar Division. Oh. Your councillor, the ever-present first citizen in South Borough, Tyson himself. Put your hands together for him. Then we have Miss Sharon Kelly from the Cedar Grove Sports and Community Council, very active member. Put your hands together. I'm going to skip the Member of Parliament and introduce to you Councillor Oral Gunning from the Gregory Park Division. I am yours truly, Denward Finnegan, and I work here at Heart Trust and a key supporter of the Member of Parliament and his education program. It is very important that we embrace education. I really want to commend our Member of Parliament for having such a vision to earmark more than approximately 30% of his constituency development fund for education and training. And clearly, this is a commitment to develop this constituency. Young people, you know we live in a global village. What that means is that the world has become a small place. And previously, you could have a grade 4 level education and get employment. Because 30 years ago, we operated a plantation economy. But today, it's no more like that. You have to have a post-secondary education to gain employment. And so it's very important that you embrace education, you work hard. And I really want to commend all our children here tonight. Can you put your hands together for yourself? The Member of Parliament support excellence, and some of you have topped your GSAT results at your school, and we truly want to celebrate with you and your parents and to tell you that this is just the start. The journey has just begun, and you have to work hard. That 5 years' time, we will be able to celebrate with you also. I'm aware that a number of persons are here who will be getting assistance for tertiary program. Jamaica wants to become a developed country by 2030, to be the place to live, to raise family, and to do business. And the Member of Parliament believe that you are going to play a pivotal role in ensuring the next 18 years Jamaica is the place to live, to raise family, and to do business. If that is to happen, we have to ensure that the national crisis that we have in terms of civic pride, we address those issues. And I'm looking at brilliant young persons and their parents sitting in front of me. I was reading an article today where the speaker outlined that knives, Rizla, condoms, birth control devices, and drugs has become a part of the regular school. And those things have replaced textbooks, T-squares, and geometry sets. And I'm sure that is not so in Portmore. And you are going to ensure that the paraphernalia that you take to school will be your books, your set square, your geometry set, tools that will enhance your learning. Because we live in a world where if you work hard and try and get a good education, you can be successful. Young people, you can be successful if you work hard and develop your critical thinking skills. When you choose your career, you choose a career that will ensure that you are relevant in time to come. There's nothing in life again as a job for life. Those days are long gone, where you work for 30, 40 years and you get a gold watch and you go home. Persons will change jobs 5 to 8 times during their working life. And so what is important is a good education. And nothing is wrong in you wanting more than one career. You will settle down at some stage. But what is important is that you work hard, study hard, make your parents proud of you. Now your parents are proud of you already, but I can tell you the entire East Central St. Catherine constituency is proud of you and is expecting you to do very well in your studies. Again, I congratulate you and ask that you work hard. So once more, just put your hands together for yourself. I'm going to ask our Member of Parliament to address us at this time, but let me say that you have possibly the best Member of Parliament in Jamaica. A young man, a bright young man, a decent young man, one who has a passion for empowering young Jamaicans. Very organized, and one that we expect will go all the way in his political career. All he asks of you is your support throughout his tenure and when called upon again to exercise your franchise. Before he comes, we're going to ask the councillors to say a brief word to you. And we'll start with Councillor Oral Gunning, who I know may have to leave us early because he's a responsible father. Put your hands together for Councillor Oral Gunning.
Good evening, everyone. Good night. Chairman, Member of Parliament, Honorable Arnoldo Brown, Councillor colleagues, other members at the head table, student families, and well-wishers. Tonight, it is really a significant evening. Tonight is a night when the opportunity that you will get, you will have to hold it with both hands. There's very few occasions that a member of parliament or even a politician would have find people and to invest in their education. Other politicians will come and they will give, but education to me, it could be the greatest investment a young child would have gotten tonight. I am happy for the occasion. On behalf of the Gregory Park people that are here and those that are here, I want to thank the Member of Parliament. And I want to hope that when we get this opportunity, we make very good use of it. Thank you.
All right, we'll hear next from Councillor Ainsley Parkin.
Good night. So Chairman, Honorable Minister and MP, one of the best. Councillor colleagues, other distinguished guests, children, parents, guardians, friends, good night. I'm a proud councillor standing here this evening to see these bright young stars on their way where they belong, which is sky is the limit. And it only speaks volume to the parent that guides them to this part. And based on guidance, that is what they are going to need more than ever as they move along to the glory land, which is education. And I can tell you, in track and field you have competed on the field, but you are now in an educational field that you have to be competitive, and being competitive you have to compete with the best. And I hope the parents recognize that when they make this transition from now, maybe some of them will feel like them is a big woman and them reach the top, but you have to guide them, because you, the parent, need guidance as it relates to other things in life. I must boast that I have one of the top students at the Nagoet Primary School is in my division, Southborough. And this even gives me more privilege to work with the youths. And I can tell you that top girl, I am going to utilize her because I want my son to be a friend with her, to get what she has. So on behalf of the Southborough Division, I am saying to you here, good luck, do your best, and come out with honors time to come. Thank you.
It's indeed a pleasure to be here. Let me first acknowledge the Member of Parliament, Councillors Oral Gunning, Ian Parkins, His Worship the Mayor of Portmore, George Lee, Ms. O'Connor, Principal of Independent City Primary School, which is in the Portmore Pines Division, Harold Buchanan, CDF representative from the constituency, Mr. Denwork Finnekin, Principal of Hart Academy, parents, well-wishers, students, good evening all. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here at this occasion, which the constituency of East Central St. Catherine can regard as historic. But as we have been always saying, that each moment of each day as we progress and the clock is ticking, history is being created. It's just how or which column we're going to write our lives or make our mark. My grandmother, at her home in Trelawney, deep in the rural hills of Bunkers Hill, had a plaque on the wall, and it said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." Friends, that is why we here and the Member of Parliament decided, based on what is happening in Jamaica now, your lives, we want to make an impact, and we're going to put it not with just with words, but with the money. It is important for us to build ourselves and build a nation through this effort, because as how the country sits right now, we're in a global situation. Back in the 60s and the 70s, a person would fit a job personally. Nowadays, each job in every sector comes with a qualification. So you don't just come and say you want a job. Are you qualified to sit in that position? And once you're in that position, you are recognized internationally. The race for these spaces are very competitive, but at the same time, we're not supposed to be undaunted by it.